Hey you, my name is TomSka Ridgel, and pornography is as fun to watch as it is hard to forget. So much flesh. Pornography, or porn, is defined as images or video of people doing sexy sex things while missing some or all of their clothes. By me. Just now. With a huge percentage of young folk enjoying porn on a regular basis, I think it's time you and I had a little chat, so I've teamed up with ChildLine to tell you everything I think you need to know about porn in as little time as possible. You ready for this? Part 1! What is this stuff? The whole purpose of pornography is to arouse us, to get us sexually excited, and that's great because using your actual imagination is hard work. I mean, have you seen my YouTube videos? They are awful. Porn is great to watch while we're getting intimate with ourselves because it doesn't just turn us on, it also distracts us from how stupid we look while we're doing it, which is always good. Despite porn being a vague term used to describe sexually explicit viewing material, if you want to see more than straight white people getting it on, you might have to be a little more specific. There are plenty of types of porn, including but not limited to softcore, hardcore, lesbian, thespian, interracial, facial, alternative, conservative, hentai, Far Cry, BDSM, NEDM, amateur, mature, and swan disco. However, if none of that stuff floats your boat, then fear not, because if the internet has taught us anything, it's that if it exists, there is porn of it. And that's not necessarily a good thing. Part 2! Was this real life? Now, while pornography can be fun and sexy to enjoy, there's a few things you should keep in mind while doing so. Mostly that it's not real. Like anything in show business, it's made with actors by directors using a team of filmmakers for our entertainment. But since these days most of us see sex before we experience it for ourselves, it's easy to view porn as a how-to or a standard to live up to, and boy is that not gonna happen. For one thing, it's pretty unlikely that you or anyone you ever get to know is gonna be rocking a porn star body. It's a lot of hard work and genetics that make these professional sexy folk look the way they do. For example, here in the real world, an average penis is 5.5 inches long when erect, whereas in porn, it's closer to 8. That's a lot of penis. But it's not just penises. In porn, female genitals are typically expected to look all neat and tidy, but in reality, that's just one of infinite Pussybilities. There's a wall of vaginas behind me, isn't there? Yeah. But please don't for a second think there's anything wrong with looking like a porn star. I wish I looked like a porn star. But do understand that outside of porn world, we don't necessarily look so, you know, pornographic. And also, we're like way hairier. Now, a porn star's job is to make sex look as exciting and visually pleasing as humanly possible. There's a lot of loud noises and big expressions and aesthetically impressive but ultimately impractical positions designed to create the best viewing experience imaginable. Just remember, it's all a performance. A sexy, sexy performance. With sex. Sex. Part 3! The law! Much like any form of adult entertainment, you're technically not supposed to watch porn until you're at least 18 years old. You are 18 years old, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, if you're too young to watch pornography, you are certainly too young to be in it. Taking, sharing, or appearing in sexually explicit material underage is super duper illegal, and yes, that includes naked selfies. Even if you're legally old enough to have sex, you're not allowed to record it in any way until you're at least 18 years old. It may seem weird, but we just have to draw the line somewhere. Side note, depending on where you live, the age at which you're allowed to appear in or watch porn may be higher, or it might be illegal altogether. In the UK, though, it's not actually illegal to watch porn at any age, but it is adult entertainment, so the key word there being adult. If you're worried about the laws surrounding this, I'll include some links in the description below. Pornography is a lot like chicken nuggets. If we knew how it was made, we'd probably lose our appetites. The porn industry is sketchy at best, but some people take it even further. There are some types of porn that are not only illegal to make, but also illegal to watch, so don't do that. Some types of illegal pornography include anything where the person involved has not or cannot give their consent to the situation. This means no children, no animals, no one drunk or unconscious, and certainly no one being forced against their will. Also, if someone hasn't given permission for images or videos of them to be shared around, then it is illegal to do so. That means no nude photos of your ex or even leaked photos of your favorite celebrities. There is so much porn already out there. Why can't you be happy with what you have? Part 4! The dark side. So far, I've tried to keep this video light and fun, but the truth is there are some serious issues with pornography. First of all, whenever something makes you feel good, your brain releases feel-good chemicals which you can easily become dependent on. So in the interest of not becoming addicted to porn, please try and moderate how much you watch. Secondly, sexual consent is almost never a factor in porn, and when it is, it's usually there to be ignored. Rape and sexual assault are hugely popular themes in porn, and when you see this stuff enough times, you begin to become desensitized and start to think it's acceptable. It's not. You cannot have sexual contact with someone who is blackout drunk or unconscious. You cannot have rough, forceful sex with someone without consent, communication, and safe words. And you cannot pressure someone into doing anything they do not want to do. And if you do any of this stuff, you belong in jail. Finally, porn is an industry largely operated by straight men for straight men. Most porn, even lesbian porn, is designed to appeal to men. And what this does is it teaches all of us that women are just objects that exist solely for men's sexual pleasure and entertainment by focusing almost exclusively on what guys want. You see, I didn't know any of this stuff growing up, and as as a teenager, I allowed myself to become a disgusting person. I couldn't tell why acting nice to girls didn't get me laid. Online, I treated women like video games that I needed to win at, where the top prize would be unlocking topless photographs from them. I couldn't tell that the performances I was watching in porn were not real and that you don't treat people that way in real life unless they ask you to. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. Please. Part 5. What do I do? Okay, so I might have made porn sound kinda terrifying there, but that's not why I made this video. Yes, porn has its problems, but the biggest problems come from your relationship with it. As long as you approach porn with an understanding of what it is you're looking at and enjoy it in moderation and avoid anything illegal, you'll be fine. Have fun. Just remember that everyone you see in porn is a real person with thoughts and feelings, and what you're watching is a performance. Unless, of course, they're not a person, in which case that's an animal, and we've talked about this, Jim. Just don't break the law, okay? TomSka, out. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I teamed up with ChildLine to bring you this video, and I also worked on some cartoons over on their channel about fighting against porn zombies, and you need to check those out because they're just so weird. ChildLine is a confidential service for children and young people up to the age of 19 here in the UK. You can contact a ChildLine counsellor about anything. There is no problem too big or too small, either by phone, online chat, or email, and you can find more information about issues surrounding porn at childline.org.uk/porn. Good luck.